I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. Cocaine quarter piece, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. I got hustle, though, and good morning, people. You know who it is. It's your boy Tay Wiz reporting live from the man cave as usual. There was a couple of games that was on last night that we had to check out. The first game, fire. Second game, definitely fire. Third game was fire. With the first game being fire, oh, don't mind the hat. I'll get into the hat later. The Cleveland Cavaliers had to go to the field house and see can they still win on the road. As you know, as the game unfolded, Pacers came off hot. They couldn't miss. Had the Cavaliers down by 25 points at halftime. And Paul George was getting Paul George type buckets. He was scoring from everywhere. 3-pointers, dunks, easy layups, 4-point plays. Paul George is PG-13. He was doing it. And he was doing everything for his team last night to try to get the win. But guess what? He wasn't rated R. That's the reason why he was PG-13 last night. Just because. CJ Miles, only 9 points. Jeff Teague, which I thought played an okay game, but not one of his best games I've seen him play. 15 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists. Lance Stevenson was a big factor again with his 13 points and 6 rebounds. But the main person who played, it's really two people that played a key role in last night's game. Kevin Serpin, 11 points and 5 rebounds. That was huge off the bench. And Thaddeus Young, 11 points, 14 rebounds as a starter. What I still don't understand about the Pacers, how did they give up a 26-point lead in the middle of the third quarter? I I still don't get it how they did that. When you had the lead, slow the game down. Indiana relied on too many three-pointers last night. There is no way you got Miles Turner out here shooting threes. He didn't hit one. He had 6 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks. And if you want to win, you gotta get the Cavs inside, outside. Y'all was going too much outside, inside. Y'all, at one point, y'all said outside so much you guys went cold. I still couldn't picture why no Aaron Brooks has not yet played in this series, or uh, Al Jefferson. No Big Al. That still hurts. You got to put Big Al in the game. You have to insert him. There, I still don't get it. You sign these guys to all this money and you don't use it. Your weapons. You cannot do that. You signed Big Al to a nice little contract during free agency, and you picked up Aaron Brooks. You're not using your weapons. If the Pacers do lose this series, Paul George may will be leaving, and it's sorry to say, Nate McMillan might get fired. You see the looks on Larry Bird's face? He wasn't too pleased at all about them looks. I mean, the Cavaliers fighting and fighting and fighting. The closer the Cavaliers is trying to get into, the biggest lead the Cavaliers had last night was 5 points. And the little things that the Cavaliers did, they kept believing in themselves, taking it one possession at a time. You know, LeBron James, 41 points, 13 rebounds, 12 assists, a sit, 1 block, and a steal. And he was 6 from 12 from the 3-point line. 50%. But the one thing LeBron do need to work on is those free throws. He was 5 for 10 from the free throw line. 50%. You gotta hit these free throws, bro, so they free. You gotta hit them. So you gonna have these close encounters of they score, they come foul you. They score, they come foul us. So you gotta get into the habit of making these free throws. If you're gonna miss free throws, at least go 6 for 8. You can't go 5 for 10. At least go 8 for 10. At least 80%. You can't be shooting 50% from the free throw line. Like I said, this is LeBron James' 17th triple double in the postseason. And this is his
14th triple double of the regular season. I mean, in the season within combined with the postseason and the regular season. This is 14th triple double this season. Um, One thing I didn't like about the Cavaliers, I thought they just came out too relaxed in the first half. I feel like they already won the game. It's kind of dangerous. You can't play like that. When they got down 49-70, I said, okay. My father always told me, any sport you play, from basketball, baseball, any sport, football, hockey, soccer, it's a game of runs. Take your time, take a deep breath, take your time, and get the job done. The game is not over till that clock hit quadruple zeros. And to get into other guys, Kevin Love with 13.6 rebounds. They didn't use him at all in the fourth quarter. Tristan Thompson, 9 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks. They didn't use him at all in the fourth quarter. See what I'm getting at, right? J.R. Smith had 13 points, 4 for 8 from the 3-point line. I like to see that. Kyrie Irving, 13 points, 4 rebounds, and they didn't use him at all in the fourth quarter. Channing Frye, 13 points, 2 for 5 from the 3. Channing Frye had a key steal when he had to block like that with his hands, get a ball up to LeBron. He had a nice crucial rebound too, and he hit a dagger 3. He hit that 3. You heard the Pacer fans going home, getting it. He hit that 3. You heard some fans probably leaving out, getting to the parking lot, starting their car up. Kyle Korver, 12 points, 4 for 5 from the 3-point line. These guys hit some big shots. Even LeBron hit some big threes too. When they put Shumpert in for J.R. Smith, play some defense ball, I'll definitely dig that. I knew the turning point of the game in the third quarter when the Cavaliers called a timeout and they drew something else up different. They was down 87-77. Then they called another timeout that was crucial too, midway through the fourth quarter, like with 8 minutes to go. And they drew up that out of bounds play for when LeBron caught the alley oop over Jeff T for the easy 2. The Pacers was winning. They gave up a huge lead, a huge meltdown. The Cavaliers came back from adversity to overcome a 25-point lead, the biggest comeback in NBA history. And a lot of people have been criticizing the Cavaliers. Where the defense going to show up? Where are they going to get the stops? If he wasn't satisfied with that win, I don't know what to say. The Cavaliers got some crucial stops, and sometimes the ball bounced their way. And this is what NBA champions do. They do championship things, and with that, they did a championship things right there. Turn a 25-point lead around to win the game by 5. Cavaliers up 3-0. They play Sunday. Cavaliers coming home victorious. They gonna get that win. That's what I'm rolling with. Cavs gonna finish the Pacers off, just like the Indy 500. This game is over. Let me take the hat off for a while, and I'll tell you why I had this hat on in a minute. If you was paying attention, why I had that hat on. Second game, the Toronto Raptors and the Milwaukee Bucks. This is like a game that Toronto must win. But who are their PRs in Milwaukee? Playing that Barney theme song in the Toronto Raptors starting lineup for the PA announcer calling their names out. That right there, I didn't see that one coming. I know the Raptors is like, what the heck is going on? Why is they playing Barney for us? Your mascot is a dinosaur. Uh, Damari Carroll, sorry, brother. I gotta come do it. They give you all this money, and you still putting up 3 points. Last game you had 7. The game before that you had 6. 60-some million dollars for a small forward that claims he's a defensive stopper. Who are you stopping? Chris Middleton again. 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists and 2 steals. You guys got to try something different. If you guys sit Damari Carroll down and put in a pile or right, do it. Your back's up against the wall. The chips all in, like how they do in Parkwood. I'm betting the bet is all in. Serge Ibaka, like I said, I think this is still a big disappointment signing. Disappeared because now your big man want to shoot threes. Serge Ibaka, last game I said he had 19 points and 14 rebounds. Now this game, last night he got 6 points and 3 rebounds. You brought a big guy in to shoot threes. You don't need him to shoot threes. He is better when he is going to the rack, getting rebounds and putting putbacks. I still don't understand it. That's still blowing me. Valanciunas, he had an okay game, 11.7 rebounds. I think they should use him more in the post. He got a lot of moves that he can go to. He can hit shots off the glass. He can go left and right. He's not an intimidator. He's more of a finesse center, but he can get you them easy baskets like how he was doing last year. Remember last year he had some games where he was scoring 17, 19, and 20. This year he's not doing it in the playoffs right now. 11 points here. The other night was 9, and the other night before that it was 10. DeMar DeRozan. The Toronto Raptors backcourt is probably the most streakiest backcourt in the NBA. These guys are so streaky. You don't know what you're gonna get from these guys day in and day out, or night in and night out. 8 points for DeMar DeRozan and 2 rebounds. But this is the messed up part. He was 0 for 8 from the field. 0 for 8. How he gets 8 points? From the free throw line. Kyle Lowry, another streaky shooter. He was 13 points, 5 rebounds, 4 for 10 from the field. These guys are all stars. And with those guys combined together, you tell me them guys only scored 21 points combined? That's your starting backcourt. That's why I'm scratching my head because that don't make sense. You pay these guys that much money. That hurt 8 points for DeRozan and 13. Um, Guys off the bench that was key. Powell and Wright. Powell had 12. Wright had 13.6 rebounds, but their bench scored 35 points. You can't win games like that on the road. You cannot win games like that on the road. If you guys say you are one of the elite teams in the NBA, you got to come here and show that you're an elite team. The Milwaukee Bucks hasn't been in the playoffs since 2015. And when I was sitting back watching that game, the Milwaukee Bucks was taking off in the first quarter. They was like, you know what? Let's get our fans going early. They got the fans cheering. The fans was crazy. The atmosphere was outrageous. But for y'all to be down by to only score 30 points at halftime, that's ugly. That score at halftime was 70-30. That's ugly. But y'all supposed to be a defensive squad. This young team right here, the Milwaukee Bucks, they're long, they're athletic, they getting on the floor, they getting loose rebounds, they getting second chance rebounds, they doing things that I was accustomed seeing the Toronto Raptors do, and the Toronto Raptors wasn't doing that. My whole issue about the Kyle Lowry thing, once I piggyback on that, he waited to the last minute to get surgery on his shooting wrist, which he should have waited to after the season. That is lightweight messing with his shooting rhythm. But back to these young Milwaukee Bucks who won by 27 points. Yes, 104-77. I just hope the Toronto Raptors get their passports ready to go home. That's all I'm saying. 45 bench points from these guys. You got 10 points from Delly. Not bad. Michael Beasley inserted, came off the bench, a spark plug. 13 points and 3 rebounds. Greg Monroe played huge tonight. 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. Thon Maker, who actually played very well. 11 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you can't say nothing bad about Freak the Greek. 19 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Putting his team on his back. That's God. Let's get it, guys. Let's roll. Let's get this win. Let's finish them off early. Like I said, Chris Middleton with 20 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals. And and one thing I like about that squad, Chris Middleton, he don't force a lot of shots. He let the game come to him. He take his time, he pick out his spots wisely on the floor. Then he cash in. Jason Kidd has a nice young team, and that team understands him because why? He played in the NBA. He's a former point guard. He's an NBA champion. So he know what it takes to win games like this in the first round. Uh, my guy, the rookie of the year, yes, he only scored 4 points, and I would take four. I would take them 4 points. But the one thing I like about Malcolm Brogdon, he got 7 rebounds and 9 assists. He's all right. I can't get it going scoring wise. I'm gonna do the other things. I'm gonna grab rebounds. I'm gonna dish the ball out. That what you call right there as a team guy. If I can't get going, don't force nothing. Unlike the other guys when the Raptors did, like DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, forcing shots. Malcolm Brogdon is only a rookie. He's playing like he's been in the league for almost 4 or 5 years, just because how strong he is and the knowledge that he have of the game. When you got a young guy like that understand the game, and you know one thing I tip my hat off to, he's coachable. He's definitely coachable as a rookie. You can't say that about too many rookies that come into the NBA. But that guy right there, he's coachable. Just put my stamp on it. Tay Wiggs stamp on it. That guy right there is rookie of the year. 4.7 rebounds and 9 assists. I take that from a rookie to get 7 rebounds and 9 assists. And he's strong, like I said, big boy. Um, I got the Bucks winning this next game. Trust and believe. Saturday night, and Toronto coming there shooting flat ball, they going home. Um, Back to the San Antonio Spurs. I picked the Spurs to win this game 3. But when I watched that story yesterday, how Mike Conley bought 500 tickets for fans to come to the game and witness the playoff game. How many NBA players is doing that? Buy 500 tickets for fans. Yeah, they might buy 100 tickets for their family. So by showing my support to the Memphis Grizzlies, I put this hat on, the Memphis Grizzlies hat on with the G on it, with the bear on it, the Grindhouse. They call that the Grindhouse. Even though I'm a Cavs fan, I still respect other players and other teams. But what Mike Conley did, the former Ohio State Buckeye, you see it, the Grizzly hat, the Grindhouse. Them boys came out. Kawhi Leonard, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists in the block. I thought we was going to get more from the Spurs tonight. I still think LaMarcus Aldridge is still playing soft. He needs to toughen up a little bit. When you see Kawhi Leonard not having a good game, this is when you step up and trying to get you a 30-plus game and 10 rebounds, and you got the 11 rebounds and the 2 blocks. This is where you can say, well, you know what? The Claw can't get it going. Dwayne David can't get it done. Danny Green can't get it done. Let's play through me. Let's get it done. And one thing I learned since he left the Portland Trailblazers, he doesn't play like the same LaMarcus Aldridge. Play a little mellow. He don't take some of the big shots no more. I'm looking for him to break out that shell and have one of them signature LaMarcus Aldridge games that I haven't seen yet all season. Dwayne Dedman, this is your center, paying these guys this much money to tie their shoes up to score 2 points and 2 rebounds. I'm gonna just tell you like this, Pop. You come sign Tay Wiggs, I give you the best 15 minutes that money can buy. If he can get 2 points, 2 rebounds, I'm trying to get 8. I can bet you I can go out there and get 8 points and grab 10 rebounds with no problem. Easily. These guys not doing it. A lot of these guys need prima donnas. They scared to get wood burns. They scared to break a nail or anything. These guys not ready for this type of moment. That's why I said the last great basketball, I'm 31 years old. The last great basketball I witnessed was probably early 2000s and early late 90s. So I'm gonna say the 90s all the way through early 2000s. I'm gonna say about 2005 when the game is trying to change a little bit with the calls and everything. Danny Green can't be the star lineup, brother. Like I said, you supposed to be a 3-point specialist. 6 points, 4 rebounds. Yeah, some shots fall, some they don't. Tony Parker, starting point guard. Yeesh. 0 for 4. 0 for 4 from the field. No points. That's not Tony Parker-ish. Yes, he's getting up there in age, but Tony Parker is still crafty with the rock. He still can get to the basket as he wants to. Paul Gasol, 6 points, 8 rebounds. That's ugly too. But Patty Mills, he's one of my guys I do like coming off the bench. 11 points. If I had one thing I could do if I was the Spurs coach just for one night, and Kyle Anderson had 15 points. If you can't see Dwayne Dedman get it going, try something. Switch it up. Start Paul Gasol. Paul Gasol at the center spot. LaMarcus Aldridge at the power forward. Kawhi at the 3. And I switch it up. I bring Danny Green off the bench and put in Kyle Anderson in 2. Go big. Go big. Kyle Anderson can run. Powell can run the floor. LaMarcus Aldridge definitely can run the floor. We know the Claw can, and Kawhi Leonard. Um, they just need to be more hungry and more assertive to the game. The Memphis Grizzlies, Zach Randolph with 21 points, 8 rebounds as he started tonight, which I thought Fizdale did a great job. They probably listen to my show right now if they are watching. I salute. We put the hat back on. The grindhouse hat representing the Memphis Grizzlies. Uh, Marcus Gasol with 21 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Vince Carter had 4 points with a nasty dunk. He out there riving on them like he on a Harley with 4 assists. Mike Conley, 24 points, 8 assists was huge. But like I said, and Selden, Wayne Selden, 10 points. Like I said, I've been crucial to the guy Wayne Selden. Every time you look up on the stat sheet, he got 4 points or 2 points or no points. But tonight he had 10 points. He had a ferocious dunk. They needed that. Coming back home, they paid Zach Randolph. See, he want to be rooked out there, so they got the win. Uh, One thing I'm gonna say, Popovich is one of the most classiest coaches. He might be the only coach when he lose or if he win, no matter what, he's always one of the coaches that will shake your hand and talk to you for at least about 13 to 15 seconds. Other coaches don't do that. They walk with their suits on the wave. Popovich, first class at coach. He's going to talk to you. He's going to shake your hand, laugh it off, and go back. He's a respectable coach. A lot of people are not hip to Greg Popovich like that. This is the same guy who was the GM and fired the coach. This is the same guy who traded Dennis Rodman from the Spurs for Will Purdue. So, food for thought like that. And people looked at him, thought he was crazy. Look at him. One of the best coaches in the league. Five championships. And you think Phil Jackson could do that? Be a GM? Nah. But Phil do got 11 rings. But Phil is not a GM. But we don't even talk about that. We say that for another day when that time is right. The Grizzlies came out there and took care of home business. 105-94. 2-1. Some teams right now, one team on the brink of elimination. One is fighting for their life. Another team fighting for their life as the Cavs won 119 and 114. They up 3-0 in their series. They play Sunday. The Raptors are down 2-1. The Bucks won by 27. Cavs won by 5. Grizzlies 105. Spurs 94. And they took care of business and they won by 9. So, what's next? You already know who I am. I got the Groundhouse hat on for y'all. The Memphis Grizzlies representing for y'all. Because y'all took care of business for Coach Fizdale. Get his first playoff win as a coach. You know who I am. Tay Wiz. Follow my YouTube channel and my Twitter. The name is the same. TAE at TAE underscore WIGGS. You already know. Tay Wiz. TAE underscore WIGGS. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. 1.